this is not the music I was expecting. It's the Grinch. Where's the "You're the mean one, Mr. Grinch"?
Well, when
Yeah.
was that song created?
Well before 2000, which is when this game came out.
Oh, okay.
This is based off of the Jim Carrey Grinch, because that one
Okay.
was absolutely merchandised to hell. Like, you're not gonna find too much merch of the original Grinch. This one, like, this is just everything out there is the Jim Carrey Grinch merchandise. They thought they'd do the
Okay.
same thing with the newest Grinch, but anyway, I have never played this game in my life.
Hey, so it's a first for both of us. I didn't even know this game existed, to be honest.
Well, here's the thing. It's a little backstory. I knew that they made a Grinch video game because of my trip to see you last year. For those of you that don't know, B and I do not live in the same state right now. We're changing that real soon, so sorry if content slows down a little bit. But yeah, so I went to go visit him, and we were putting Game Grumps on the TV, and one of the things that popped up as an autoplay was the Grinch for PS1. They were playing that. So I was looking up totally legitimate PlayStation 1s to try and get that for the computer. But I ended up looking it up, like if there were any other Grinch games. By the way, there's a Grinch game for the Switch. Seems like it's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I looked up the Grinch game on Wikipedia, the one for the PlayStation that we saw the game. Well, I saw the game first.
I was
And
asleep, wasn't I?
yeah,
Yeah.
you fall asleep so much easier than I do.
It's because of medication. You stay asleep so
Lucky.
much better than I do. See, you
Yeah,
say
that's
I'm
true.
lucky. I fall asleep really well, but I do not sleep all night.
No joke. V has told me that I need to tell him to go to sleep for him to go to sleep when he wakes up in the middle of the night.
I mean, it worked last weekend.
Anyway, so this is the Game Boy version, and as I was doing research, this is a port, so like a downgraded version. Apparently, this one was way more well received. Well, if IGN is to be believed, but considering what they gave Brotherhood,
Brothership.
Brothers. Why do I keep calling it Brotherhood? Probably because Brotherhood is a real word. Brothership is
Yeah.
not.
True.
Music isn't terrible. Like, it's not. It's definitely not the stuff that you're used to when you play the Grinch, but it's it's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's all very 8-bit. I was surprised when you said 2000.
What was your experience with the Grinch?
I remember vaguely an animated movie.
I believe what you're talking about would be the one that people know best, like the one that's everyone considers the classic.
I definitely saw the Jim Carrey version too.
Right. There are 4 iterations of the Grinch. 4.5, sort of. I just found this out like basically today. So the original version is the book, and that one I'm pretty sure um, most people would be familiar with, just because it's the one that started it all. The second iteration is one that I don't think a lot of people know, because like I said, I think it's a radio iteration. It so the like 2.5 would be the cartoon one that everyone knows. And that one is basically the same as the radio one, but with like a few things changed up. They're both made by Boris Karloff, and the song is almost exactly the same, like the famous one. You're the mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are here. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. Oh yeah. So third iteration would be Jim Carrey's Grinch. I'm gonna admit right now that I'm pretty sure the only reason I enjoy it is nostalgia. There are some people who swear by it and say it's a fantastic movie. it does have its moments. I will give it that. Like, my favorite line in it, possibly one of my favorite lines from like any movie ever, is when the Grinch is like terrorizing Whoville, and he tries to hail a taxi cab, and he goes, "Taxi!" and it just drives right past him. He yells out, "It's 'cause I'm green, isn't it?"
Taxi! It's because I'm green, isn't it?
It's definitely got a lot of moments, and like kudos to Jim Carrey for doing that movie, because in an interview he was talking about doing that movie. Apparently wearing the makeup was so torturous that they actually had to get a CIA torture expert on and give him advice on how to deal with it. Like,
Wow.
it's like, okay, so what you want to do is you want to like punch yourself in the leg and like start smoking, and so Jim Carrey's there in full makeup, just like punching his legs, chain smoking.
They literally told him to start smoking.
Yeah, it's to deal with torture.
Wow.
Yeah, do you see how he looks? That is all makeup. They do not use CGI in that movie until like there's one scene in the beginning where like he has his smile, his iconic Grinch smile. But honestly, they didn't even need to do that because it's freaking Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he can definitely do that smile on his own.
He did. Later on in the movie, he just did it. I don't know why they felt the need to just use CGI. Probably just to say that they did. And then the last iteration is the Illumination one, and there are very few people who will defend that one because they played it way too safe.
I'm not familiar with that one.
You know what the Grinch is supposed to be like, right?
Yeah.
This one, my brother just says that like it's not for you. It's made for a more modern audience. And like watching it, like no, it just feels like they put in a few more like quote unquote modern like slang words and like ideas. Like he stress eats and like he just finishes all of his food in like one night because like he stocks it all up so he doesn't have to go out for Christmas. And so like yeah, there's things like that. One thing I really didn't like about it is that Cindy Lou Who, the one who's supposed to be a little girl, is like CIA agent level of competent. Like she's performing some of the craziest fucking stunts you have ever seen, and she's quote no more than 2. Like you should not be that good as a toddler. Oh, here's another great example. You see how this Grinch, you see his smile? You remember that in the beginning where it was like yellow and jagged?
Yeah.
Because the song says, "You have termites in your smile." It's supposed to insult the way his face looks. He has perfect teeth in the Illumination one. Like it does not coincide with the Grinch the way he's supposed to be. Like they tried to make him more relatable, but like I feel like it just fell flat. Like it was just way too generic. Like they tried to make it for a modern audience, and they just tried way too hard. So they didn't want to take any chances. I actually have my own idea for what you could do for a modern Grinch if you really want to make it like what Illumination was setting out to do, like to appeal to a modern audience. So little known fact, there aren't like I know I said there's like 5 Grinches. There's 5 iterations of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I'm sorry, 4.5. But there are 2 other Grinch movies that nobody really talks about. Even though if you buy the Grinch movie, uh, like on Amazon or something, you will get these other 2 movies along with it. So the first one is Halloween is Grinch Night. So that is a Halloween cartoon Grinch. And The other one is the Grinch. Grinch is the Cat in the Hat. So basically, that one is the Grinch and the Cat in the Hat meet up, which took them long enough to do a crossover for their own IPs, but that's neither here nor there. So what I'm thinking, if you want to do a modern one, is have the Grinch excited, like really in the holiday spirit in the beginning, but have it turn out that he's not excited for Christmas, he's excited for Halloween. And then that's where you like incorporate Halloween Grinch night. So you just have him like I don't know if you've seen this on TikTok, but like there was somebody who made a Halloween version of the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the pumpkin spice lattes and tales of dead bodies that fill us with fear. Stuff like that. I feel like he could do his own version of that, but just enough so he doesn't get copyright strikes. But do that, and then then have it go to Christmas, but with the Cat in the Hat. So that's where Grinch is the Cat in the Hat comes in, and have also you could have the Grinch steal Christmas because he's just gonna do that because that's what he does. And then the conclusion could be that the Grinch isn't the bad guy because, as we all know, Christmas is getting way too commercial and becoming just this beast of a holiday season. And just have that be the conclusion. Like the Grinch is like, this is why I don't like Christmas, because there's just so much pressure to like the holiday. I shouldn't have to be forced to enjoy a holiday. Just let me be. And then people learn, oh, maybe we shouldn't make Christmas so bloated.
I keep seeing a meme that says, the Grinch didn't really hate Christmas. He hated people, which is fair.
Actually, yeah, if you look back to it, he couldn't stand the noise, which, you know what? If your neighbor that's like up on a mountain is complaining about your noise, you gotta turn it the fuck down. Like, really. For some reason, he hated their food. I don't know if he's just vegan or whatever. And Jim Carrey's Grinch, he was, he all he ate was garbage. Like, literal garbage. And what else did he eat? Oh, they sang. That one I can't really defend, because, like, they weren't singing that loud. Like, they're just holding hands going, fa-hoo, for... And, like, it's everybody going, fa-hoo, for-race, da-hoo, do-race. That doesn't seem like it would be louder than them, like, banging all of their toys together. I can see why this got, like, better reviews than, like, than the 3D ones. It's just a little, I can kill some time with this kind of game. I wonder what the speedruns are like for this game. Just call me Juke Nukem. I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of gum. I came here to steal Christmas and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of Christmas. I don't see, like, a life counter anywhere. So, like, how do I know how many lives I have? We're going into focus mode. Finally got the hang of these controls. These redonkulous-ass controls. I'm so mediocre at this game. Damn it! Just as I said.
Well, it's your first time playing it, and,
Yeah.
It's an old game, so it's clunky.
I think it's less that it's an old game for excuses being clunky. More so the fact that it's a movie tie-in game. Those are notorious for being rushed out the door. Which is another reason why these 2Ds work better than 3Ds. The reason being, like, it's easier to program these than it is to program 3D games. Like, you could probably make this game yourself in like a week.
I mean, I don't know if I could do it.
You need more penance.
Penance.
And no penance.
I'm sorry I'm not very talkative in this video. I am sick.
This thing talks for itself. By being fucking hard. Too fucking easy now. And I'm gonna get cocky again and I'm gonna die. Well, this has been an interesting experience.
Yeah. Basically Grinch Pac-Man.
Pack Grinch.
But also Daddy explained the history of the Grinch.
Yeah. Dottie's pop culture history. And also ideas for movies so that way they're not as garbo. Alright, thank you all for joining us.
Yeah.
Happy holidays. I really wish we would have found more alternative holidays to Christmas, but all we found were Newgrounds games for Hanukkah. Go watch them.
Yeah, go check out our 5 free Hanukkah games video.
Thank you all for watching.
Bye!
Bye.